So welcome to Men on Scandal. This is our recap of the TV show Scandal from a male point of view. It's what season is this? 5?
Season 5.
Season
We're
5,
back.
episode 1. And wait a minute, I think I got my wrong notes here. Let me just move this around. There they are, right there. And Heavy as the Head is the name of this episode. I don't know
Yes.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I think I know what it means, Tony.
What's that?
There were a couple of heavy heads on them pillows in the White House.
Yeah, I think so. That's Troy Johnson in Washington, D.C. Mark Clark's in New York City. I'm Tony Scott in Dallas. And the show starts off with Sally Langston in her Liberty Report, pointing out the fact that the president is having this over-the-top state dinner for the Queen of Caledonia. And,
Caledonia.
pointing
Caledonia.
What makes your thick head so tight?
Shout out to B.B. King.
points out that this is not needed. It's too much. It's just a typical. Basically, she says a typical Fitzgerald Grant, over the top, spending way too much money kind of event. And but at this state dinner, what's that?
I was going to say, Tony, we got the Jedi mind trick at the beginning because with all the sex that was going on, interwoven between the Liberty Report, it looked like, is she talking about the coming out party for Fitz and Olivia?
Yeah.
It kind of had that feel to it.
Yeah, it did have that feel to it. Or the going in party. What?
Yeah.
Wait. But
Repeatedly.
at the state dinner, no first lady. She has the flu.
Yes.
she's got the flu, and Abby is talking about the princess with Olivia in the ladies' room, not knowing that the princess is in the bathroom stall. How do those women go to the bathroom with them big ass dresses, man? How do they?
Who knew the princess was in there throwing deuces, man?
Wow.
Who knew?
Who knew?
I guess I shouldn't have had the veal.
Man, that's got to be awkward though when you're talking about someone and you don't know in the room. You don't know they're in the room. That's man.
You know what, Tony? Sidebar on this whole dress thing. Somebody told me a story about being in the ladies' room, and I want to say Aretha Franklin had to use the facility.
No.
And she was in a, this was a formal event. She was in a gown, and she had to come up out of it.
Is that right?
Yes.
Man.
So this person got to see a lot of Aretha
Aretha got
on that
this.
particular occasion.
Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin.
She saw Aretha's urethra.
No, stop. Stop that.
Man.
Just for the.
I'll see y'all later.
Yeah. We're talking about our own queen here, Aretha. So let's. So Olivia and Fitz are in bed. She's got on the Navy T-shirt and not much else, and he's planning on getting it in, but she gets the phone call, and apparently the princess is dead. Ripped from 21-year-old headlines.
Right.
Car crash. She's laying out in the middle of the street, man, just out there
tunnel.
dead in the tunnel, dead. The crown just feet away off her head, laying on the pavement. And photographers, how do they get there? How do they snap it away? And Olivia gets there. She just pulls right up like, it's her own parking spot there in the tunnel. And she gets out.
Police perimeter.
No police perimeter at all. And she's saying, tell the photographers, have some respect because the Princess Emily's just laying out there dead. And she takes off her coat and puts it over.
She puts that Tom Ford on her.
Yeah, she did. That's what she did. Crown Princess Emily of Caledonia. Now, all these pictures that were taken in Olivia Pope's meeting with the Queen and the Prince Richard wants the pictures back. Can you get the pictures back? And she's like, we could try, but, and he's like, let's do it. And so he comes up with the money, big suitcase full of cash. Quinn hits the road with cash in hand, buying back all these pictures, memory cards, portable hard drives, you name it, she was collecting it. and
Polaroids. She had Polaroids from the black newspapers.
Where music is always a key element in some moments of this show.
Yeah.
They had the wrong song. We needed R. Kelly right about then. It's unbelievable. No way. There's no way.
Yeah.
That would happen in today's society.
Well,
I don't care how much cash. I mean, you guys agree?
yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
And they get all the pictures back from all the photographers except for one. And Prince Richard, Olivia convinces him, we need to get ahead of this. We need to get out in front of this, I think was her plan. And so she convinces, the Queen wouldn't do it, but she convinces Prince Richard, let photographers take your picture as you're identifying the body in the morgue. And he says, okay, I'll do that. And turns out the photographer was not the photographer. And now they got to find out what exactly happened, because he hacked into the computer system of the car and caused it to speed up and crash and killing the driver, the princess, and the bodyguard. So, but meantime, Mellie and Elizabeth have their sit down. They have a sit down because Elizabeth is now chief of staff, replacing Cyrus. And
Right.
Mellie wants to know, why did you stab me in the back? And Elizabeth says, well, you know what? I didn't stab you in the back. I actually, paid for what I did. Everything you did for me, I paid back because I got you this job as a senator. So we're even. It basically is what she tells Mellie.
And her speech was better than Mellie's speech.
Yeah, she did win that one, didn't she?
Yeah. Well, once you say I was your bitch, I mean, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
Say I was your
it's like-
bitch,
Yeah.
and you don't matter
Yeah.
because I'm chief of
Yes.
staff now. So there.
So the president lets it be known he's not going to Mellie's swearing-in ceremony. It's just not going to happen.
It's not Mellie's day.
It's not Mellie's day at all. But then Olivia kind of talks him into reconsidering. Like, you need to be there.
Well, it's interesting without Cyrus there to kind of, boss the president around.
Yeah.
He's like a free for all. He can do what he wants to do.
Right.
So, but you ain't gonna do what you want to do.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not. He's looking at the world through rose-colored panties now.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And not really looking at the world for what it is, and that's Olivia's panties he's looking through, and it's
If there are any.
Man,
well, that's true too. That's
Nice.
true too. So
I'm sorry. Give me a minute. Nice. Sorry.
so the president goes to the swearing-in ceremony, and then afterwards, he goes in a private room to talk to Mellie, and Mellie saying, "I apologize for what I did." In season 4, and we can still do this together and all this like that. And just as she takes a breath to keep talking, he like says, "Oh, here's the divorce papers. Here, bam."
Right.
What president serves divorce papers? Who does that?
Who carries them around? Who carries them around in their suit?
That's right. Yeah. Who does that?
Well, if you had Olivia sitting on your chest at 9 in the morning, you might be walking around like that too. And what about his face when she had the shock and he had the shock too?
Yeah.
He had the face like, yes, that's right, it's going down.
Yes.
So
He had a speech for her too.
yeah, he did. Abby, in her press conference, tells the press that the president is not going to the swearing-in ceremony, and one journalist in particular says, you want to clarify that? And she's like, then Abby gets the smart aleck thing going. She goes, well, if you don't understand it, maybe you get the notes from your other classmates and stuff like that. And then she brings it up again, and she tells Abby, well, right now I'm getting tweets saying the president's there.
But
Which makes Abby look like an idiot. So she goes to complain to her boss, Elizabeth. And Elizabeth's like, I didn't know. I didn't know either. What the hell?
I ain't even know.
I ain't even much know. Man. So David, because Olivia asked him to do some looking around. David tells Olivia that this was a murder. This was an assassination Assassinated, because when you're rich or a politician, you're assassinated. When you're us, you're murdered, right?
Pretty much.
That's kind of like how isn't that what Chris Rock said in one of his? He said, Martin Luther King was assassinated. Tupac got shot. But as it turns out, the princess was having an affair with her bodyguard.
Imagine that.
Man, Olivia tells the president, and they kind of think that Prince Richard probably had her killed. So, and of course, Fitz sees this as a path to his naval base, which is the whole reason why the Queen of Caledonia is made the trip. So that's how that is as of now. Now, Huck's crashing at Olivia's place.
Yeah.
It's amazing how all these high-powered people, and Huck's not so high-powered, but I said this before. Olivia's got all this money and stuff, and she lives in an apartment.
Well, Tony, that's that culture, the DC culture, Tony.
Is that the DC culture?
Yeah, but DC, New York,
Okay.
you have a $1 million condo or whatever.
Yeah.
For no damn reason.
Over there anyway.
Yeah, she's never there anyway. Yeah, she's always at the White House.
I'm glad to see the stain was cleared up, though, from last season. Huck wasn't laying in the stain.
He wasn't laying in the stain. Huck says Olivia always fixes him. But, not fix him like she fixes Fitz, but fixes him on the inside. And she says, I can't do nothing for you, man. I don't have anything.
Didn't that dialogue have like a kindergarten feel to it?
Yeah. But then he was kind of giving off that kindergarten vibe because he's damaged.
He is, but I'm hurting on the inside.
I got a boo-boo on the inside.
On the inside.
On the inside, I got an inside boo-boo.
I want to feel you on the inside. Hey, that's the wrong movie. What are you doing?
It is
So Elizabeth tells Abby that about Fitz and Olivia. She figured it out because she saw the lovers quarrel in the Oval when it came to using this situation with the Queen of Caledonia as ways to the naval base. And Olivia had a problem with that, and they were going back and forth. Her and Fitz, and Elizabeth saw this. She was in the room, and she figures out that they're doing it again.
And what kind of, I think Olivia is not the best friend in the world, if we're honest, right?
Right.
Because Abby is not, or Abby ain't her friend. That's what Abby don't know.
Yeah.
You're not her friend. She don't tell you nothing.
No.
She don't tell you a damn thing.
Never does.
and you got caught out there in front of the press too because of Olivia.
Yeah.
Your so-called friend.
Your so-called friend.
With friends like that, who needs enemies?
Well, I've heard that somewhere. Someone made that a famous quote one day. So, Mellie goes to see Cyrus, man. Because Cyrus resigned to spend more time with his family.
Right.
Nowhere to be seen. His daughter, nowhere to be seen.
No.
And that big old house of his.
Yeah, well, Ella's
Not even a picture on his desk.
Ella's got his own wing, so.
There was a copy of Ebony Magazine, though. I did see that in honor of his daughter. Oh, Smokey Robinson 75. Okay.
So Mellie breaks down. She wants Cyrus to get his job back, and he has no interest in having anything to do with Mellie. None. And Mellie breaks down. And at first I was wondering, are these fake tears? But then it was the ugly face breakdown. That you can't.
The ugly cry.
Yeah, the ugly cry is always the real cry. Yeah. Because then you don't care about your makeup or what kind of face you're making and all that kind of stuff. It's the ugly cry, and so she's hurt.
Yeah, she had no right. And you're like, especially for women, when the guys do ugly cries, but when an attractive woman does the ugly cry, then you know it's real because she looked crazy.
She did look crazy, but men,
even
Go ahead, man.
I was gonna say, when you do that in front of your man, even the emotions are high. A part of you goes, she look crazy right now.
you feel for her, but she looks crazy right now. So
did I marry this? No,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I was trying to figure out who won last night with the ugly cry. Was it her or John Boehner?
Boehner.
Yeah, well,
Man.
But men only have 3 cries. We have the jaw tightening, which we're not really crying, but our jaw is so tight we want to cry from the pain. Then we just have the stoic tear coming down your face, and then we have the oh mama, one of those kind of things. So it's the ugly. We have our own ugly cry. Women have lots of different cries, man.
Troy, what cry was that?
That was John Boehner.
Oh, okay.
like he ate 3 onions in a row.
Yeah, John Boehner's humanity scared him.
Yeah.
He didn't know what the hell happened. I feel something. I think it's called carrying an emotion right now. I don't know what it is. I'm going to quit. I'm in the wrong party.
It's called giving a damitis.
Tony, there is a 4th cry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the internet meme, the sensation that guy on that TV show. That is when you get auto-tuned, a whole nother level. I've never seen a cry like that.
When your cry gets auto-tuned,
yeah, man.
I am somebody.
That's right.
Yes. So David gives Olivia the autopsy report, and Princess Emily was pregnant, knocked up, with child, in a family way.
Her crown got tilted.
Yes. Olivia tells the queen what the deal is, and then the queen tells her, basically, I had her killed. It's like, and you know what? Who didn't see that? I saw that one.
You saw that one?
I saw that one. I did. I saw that one because I just felt like Prince Richard really loved Emily. He really loved her. Like you could just tell, right? And the queen. I mean, she was just kind of shady to me. I don't know why I got that vibe.
Well, you know what? She said that she would not go down to identify the body, so I'm not doing that. So, Tony, I understand after the fact how her mannerisms led up to that, but I don't know if I read into it the way you did. Because it seemed like, the way they set the storyline, they're not spending a lot of time together, so what does it really say? That she wasn't into him? Is that what it was? The princess wasn't really.
Yeah, she's the
young woman, wasn't
the
really
young Midwest girl, and she
felt neglected.
Yeah.
Well, but the trick I think that the queen did that was smooth was she wasn't necessarily about those pictures.
No,
she was cool with it. She was like, okay, hey, if you can find them, great. If you can't, don't worry about it.
Yeah, because she didn't care whether the pictures got printed, because she didn't care for the woman. She didn't care for Princess Emily. She didn't like her at all.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, she didn't. Yeah. I think that's what turned us off. We're not as adept as you, Tony, but that's what probably made us normal people. That took us off the scent, took us off the trail.
You mere mortals.
Yes.
Right. So Olivia is Captain Save-A-Ho now. So she wants justice for Emily, and so she threatens to go public. But then the queen reminds her, what? First of all, we have diplomatic immunity. Second of all, it's a family matter. And third of all, you signed a non-disclosure agreement, so you can't say a damn thing. Now you can leave.
Yes, get out of my face.
Yeah, now it's like run along.
Did I tell you guys I had a guy actually say that to me?
He said, "Now run along."
He did a "now run along," and then
did he do this too?
Well, yeah, but he did it. He did it out of earshot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a security guy at the building.
Man.
And I came downstairs because he wouldn't let the family up, and I was so frustrated. I said, "Come on, guys!" They were on the list. He just took hours, right? And so I was just like, "Man, I'm doing a show, man. I got to go back upstairs." Blah blah blah. He was like, "Yeah, go on, run along." And I didn't hear it. So we got in the elevator. He told you to say we'd run along. And the next week he asked me to help him write a letter of resignation, which is weird.
Yeah, and so you told him to run along?
Yeah.
Run along. No, I was the bigger man.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Wow, man, you've matured. Because normally you'd have put on Lenny Williams and gone down there and handle your business in 7 minutes and made it back to the studio before Lenny went to his.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow, man, look at you.
No snarky comment, nothing, man.
I know, no snarky. I just was like, I would just kind of threw me off. I was like, okay,
man.
Grown up, guys.
It was interesting though how the queen, she says not all fairy tales have happy endings, and she says now you may go, and that was like, what? Wait a minute, what? You can't talk to me like that. So Olivia, it takes her a minute to figure it out.
Yeah.
But then she figures it out that what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the prince that your mother had the love of your life killed. Now, whether she told him she was pregnant or not, I don't know. But that probably was enough for him. And so the prince, they're getting ready to put the body on the plane, take it back to Caledonia. They put he stands behind the queen and says, basically he puts her out to pasture. He says, you're going to abdicate the throne immediately. I don't want to see you until your funeral. Wow, that was strong. And it doesn't come off that strong because you can't be angry. You can't be livid with that accent. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's hard to take somebody serious being angry with an accent like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just my American, kind of thing, but it just seems kind of odd.
Troy, can Troy give us and that will bloody teach you?
Yes. I guess you've bloody well learned something today, haven't you?
It is. You're right. It's not.
It's not. Yeah. See, in America, we'd be like, "You got me."
Or you can. Well, we'll tell you can do something.
Yeah. To yourself.
Yeah.
So Huck goes to Scott Foley for help. I can't.
Huh?
What's his name? The Olivia.
Jake?
Oh,
Jake.
Jake. Yeah. I don't know why I wrote down Scott Foley, but okay. He goes to him for help, and I guess Jake sees the hurt in Huck's eyes and opens the door. And it's so funny, man, because they've battled each other, they've gotten together, have been tight. It's just. But I guess because they were both, in working for Eli, that kind of makes them in the brotherhood, man. B613, yes. So, Olivia explains to Fitz on the porch at the White House, on the deck, on the balcony, that, because, he had told about the divorce papers, and she says, man, the divorce papers, they don't really mean anything, because, he said, we can be in public now, we don't have to hide anymore. And she was like, no, we can't do that, man. Quit looking through my panties, man. We can't do we can't do that.
Fitz is blind,
man. She got the banger, man, because he's like,
you don't know, he can't feel his legs, but
I want to feel my legs.
Can't feel
his face either.
But it's weird how Fitz, he keeps pushing. Dude, just when you're not president, you can go retire off to your little Virginia home or whatever.
Vermont,
Connecticut,
Vermont.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, he told Mellie earlier. He said, "Look, I'm a war hero. I'm a governor, 2-term president. It don't matter.
Yeah,
right.
It really doesn't matter anymore. My bucket list is his bucket list isn't quite.
No."
It's not quite filled.
No.
And bucket rhymes with.
Yes.
Well, so he says, you know what, you're right, and then they're gonna have to keep it under wraps. So they embrace. They're in each other's arms outside on the balcony of the White House. Really, seriously,
Yes.
They're outside. Basically, their clothes burning out there. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
Kerry Washington might sue Shonda Rhimes because this season the volume of her hair has increased.
Yeah.
Putting undue stress on her edges. Kerry, mark my words, y'all. Oh, it's cute now. But in 5 years, Kerry Washington will sue Shonda Rhimes for loss of edges. Because did you see how luxurious her hair was this season?
Yes, it was.
Man, like you said, Tony, that shot of her on the president with the Navy shirt on, her hair was on fleek. I know even women, even the natural sisters was like, oh no, I might have to go ahead and give me some Yaki 212.
Not the Yaki 212.
I have to go. I'm natural, but I might have to get in the game. Man, her hair was looking luxurious this year.
Oh boy.
I digress.
So Sally Langston in her next Liberty report spills the beans about Fitz and Olivia and everything, but this time it's just not accusations. She's got pictures. So who sold out the president? Mellie? I don't think so, because Mellie was kind of shocked when she saw it on TV.
Right?
Everybody was shocked.
Yeah. So I mean, what's going on there?
Sally was a VP now. You know, she might still have somebody in a corner.
Man, but
I
you
don't
like
know who it would be.
Yeah.
I like that old school TV moment when people are actually watching real time television. Come on, nobody does that. Cyrus is picking his nose and walking. Oh, it's on television. Hey, I was on the way to get my daughter out of the nursery, and never mind.
So I don't know. The episode ends with that scandal that carries over to next week, like with the pictures. How'd she get the pictures? What's going to happen now? Because basically now, I mean, Olivia and Fitz were like the worst kept secret.
Yes.
Right. And so now it's confirmed because of the pictures. So what's going to happen now? They might as well take Fitz's path, right?
It's funny you say that, Tony, because all the pictures of a dead woman laying in the middle of the street were able to be
snapped up,
gotten back, but this picture gets out.
Yeah.
Well, because they didn't have Olivia.
After all this time.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing about like if that really happened in real life, why do you get the feeling it would be, like you said, it'd be a worst kept secret, and so like Olivia's sorors would know about it and mentioning it like at their national convention. Yeah, you know, Olivia, we was trying to get the president, but she couldn't get him this year, but she will get him next year, girl. Yeah, you know, like, we all know. It's the worst kept secret ever.
Yeah.
The church, you know, the president's going to be here next year at the Baptist convention. Olivia has told us he can't come this year, but he will be next year. Keep it under wraps. Keep it under wraps, y'all.
Oh man, that's how the episode ended. So tell me what I missed.
You didn't miss anything. I tell you what, I no longer am missing. Kerry's almost naked. Finally.
Yeah.
No more
the baby.
No more coats.
Back to where it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think also we are celebrating. You know, this is how Scandal used to start. Remember, I think last season we mentioned we went with the slow start. You know what I mean, kind of the slow build. But this was like from the jump. You were in. I like the little scene with the princess and Olivia, because it made Olivia think, wow, you know, if I'm married to Fitz, will I vanish also?
Will I be a spectacle?
Yeah.
You know, and so I think on all the levels, the writing was tight. You know, it returned to, I think, like season 3 level excitement, where you kind of every turn there was a twist and turn, and it came down to the very end. So I think people will feel this, you know.
Right. Well,
because I think last year people were kind of like, am I still into this? I don't know.
Well, a lot of people were saying that last year, but I think you're right. I think he hit a home run, or she hit a home run, Shonda Rhimes, on the first episode. So yeah.
Naked, and of course, naked Olivia always wins.
It's always a winner, man. You know, it's like, man. So Kerry Washington or Taraji, man, which one?
Oh, Kerry Washington.
Really?
Yeah.
Taraji's fine though, man.
You know,
No, Taraji, no.
She
I'm
is.
not like Troy. Don't put me in the same thing as Troy. No.
Wait a minute.
No, because Troy, you kind of discounted Taraji. Tony didn't he? Tony didn't he? You kind of went. You were like no content.
You kind of.
Well, you know what? I'm cracking on YouTube because you know, as we're getting to the end of the show, of course we have to let everybody know. Obviously, we do Men on Scandal, but we also do Men on Empire now.
Yeah.
And I was looking at our first Men on Empire show last year when we did
The finale.
The finale.
Yeah.
And the question was posed about Cookie or Carol.
Okay.
All three of us chose Carol. So Taraji has taken 2 L's. So don't put me in here
Let's go to the tape. Let's go to the tape.
Hey,
Damn you, Troy Johnson.
yeah,
You and your fancy rewatch.
that's right.
Wait, okay.
You're in the same boat with me.
Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, let me put that now. Okay, hold on. Carol, who's Carol? Boo Boo Kitty?
No, Carol is Cookie's sister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, see you, Troy. You're right. Okay, see,
Yeah.
you're right. Let me clear my name.
Yes.
Now, Kerry Washington has been on my list since that Spike Lee movie she was in that nobody saw. I think Kerry Washington is my fantasy chick. Allison has Denzel and Idris.
Mm-hmm.
I have Kerry, but I will say not a fan of the weed. But
Mm-hmm.
So then Taraji, and you're right, Troy. See, Taraji, she's on the list, but the people that came up just happened to. So I had the history with Kerry, and then with Carol, I also have a history because I've always been a fan of her too. I always thought she was sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Troy, we just said coincidence.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, whatever.
Well, that's the.
I can't believe Troy. Tony picked Carol too.
Yes.
Damn, Tony.
And,
Kinda shocked me
he,
there.
And he did the same way we did. He was like, "Come on, man."
Oh man.
Well, y'all need to go back and watch that episode because I don't recall that.
I know you did. Repressed memory.
This-
I like to think of it as putting a 4x100 team together. so
You're right.
I mean, all three of them.
Yeah.
If I'm running the anchor, that means Taraji's third, Carol's second, and Carrie's gonna lead off.
Okay.
Well, I throw Boo Boo Kitty on there.
No.
Oh dang! What?
No.
But she'd be the
alternate. The alternate. Yes.
She'd
In
be
case,
the alternate.
case
Dang, Boo Boo
somebody.
Kitty didn't make the cut.
In case somebody, you gotta have somebody. In case somebody pulls a hammy, you gotta have somebody, ready to go, man.
Not that team.
You know.
I mean, we're trying to win the goal.
Hilarious. But
Could you imagine them running a 4x100 though? Whew.
Man.
Say, who's the anchor?
I am.
Oh man.
I want to wrap that flag around it.
he wants to drop that anchor is what he wants to do. So yes.
Man, that's quite a team. You're right.
You're right. Yeah. So that's the episode. Heavy is the head. If you want to leave a comment, that'd be great. If you want to share this, that would be fantastic. If you want to subscribe to our channel, that would be awesome. It'd just be great. Make my day.
And we are looking for sponsorship this season.
Yeah.
We have a couple who want to sponsor the whole season. So if you are interested, please contact Tony today.
Yeah.
Before it's too late.
That's true. Tony at TonyScottMedia.com is my email address. So
$20,000 minimum.
or $30 in a Netflix account.
Yeah. Or
And
give us
three-
$5.
And 3 programs to choose from.
And 3 programs to choose from. You got Men on Empire, you got Men on Scandal, you got Men on Everything.
Right.
So there you go. And we're developing. We have some in development.
Yes,
No, yes,
don't have one in development.
we have some in development. So
You know what? And I think you mentioned this, Tony, last season. We will consider, if you want to be a guest on Empire, our Empire show, possibly contact Tony and we might make that happen.
So we can't do that. Yeah.
If you're funny, topical, and have $100.
send us your demo reel.
That's some money.
That's it.
$100. You know what? For $100, you can be on even if you suck.
Anyway, that's Mark Clark in New York City. Troy Johnson is in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. And I'm Tony Scott in Dallas. And we'll see you next week.